In honor of the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, the Mercury brought out these furry friends to honor the GOAT, otherwise known as the greatest of all time. Vice Chairman of the Senate Transportation and Technology Committee, Republican Karen Fann, says that bike helmet laws have not been passed because the Arizona legislature prefers fewer laws, putting responsibility on the people. Friday's game marked the 4th annual Pride Night for the Phoenix Mercury, and to celebrate the event, 10,000 of these signs were set up around the arena to represent a rainbow in honor of the LGBTQ community. Former Kentucky guard Malik Monk traveled to Phoenix on Tuesday to get a pre-draft workout in with the Suns. Phoenix's roster is stacked with guards, but that doesn't scare Monk away. It motivates him. According to National Center for Catastrophic Sport Injury Research, 26 high school and middle school football players died in the last 2 years. These numbers show the need for proper education on safety in football. Former WNBA All-Star Tina Thompson set the all-time scoring record in 17 seasons. Diana Taurasi broke Thompson's record in 13. And according to Taurasi, she's far from retiring. That's right, Annika. Arizona has no regulated bicycle helmet laws or texting while driving laws, making cyclists more prone to accidents on the roadway. I spoke with one man who credits his life to his helmet. Avid cyclist Brendan Lyons has been hit by a car not once, not twice, but 3 times. The last one almost took his life.
On the morning of my girlfriend's birthday, we went out for a ride, and a distracted motorist at 45 miles an hour took his eyes off the road and struck us in the bike lane from behind. I don't remember anything.
The Tucson resident was hospitalized for a month with 6 fractured vertebrae, a fractured pelvis, and suffered a traumatic brain injury that forced him to relearn how to walk. Despite the long and painful recovery, he credits his life to one piece of equipment.
I mean, I greatly attribute this to saving my life.
Other Arizona cyclists haven't been so fortunate. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reveals Tucson has the 2nd highest number of cyclist fatalities per million people. Phoenix ranked 4th. Numbers that hit home for Karen Wilson.
My son Daniel Wilson was 30 years old when he was killed on his bicycle. And my husband, he is just mad. He lost his son. He had plans to retire, and he wanted to go work with his son. Sorry. And we thought it would just be different. It's Plan B.
State Senator Steve Farley has introduced multiple bills to improve safety on the road. He's tried to ban texting while driving, and in 2014, he introduced legislation that would have required cyclists under the age of 18 to wear helmets. Neither bill reached the floor for a vote.
They generally don't get heard because it's hard for a Democrat to get a bill passed. This is as nonpartisan issue as you can get.
Vice Chairman of the Senate Transportation and Technology Committee, Republican Karen Fann, says that bike helmet laws have not been passed because the Arizona legislature prefers fewer laws, putting responsibility on the people.
For those who are adults, it's a more tricky issue because that is a situation where if people choose to take their own lives in their hands, it's a bad decision, but it's one that maybe they have the right to make.
As one of 29 states without a youth helmet law, safety advocates say education takes on even greater importance. At a recent Boys and Girls Club bike giveaway, Phoenix police officers and firefighters gave out new bikes and helmets and taught proper bike safety skills.
You got to protect your brain. Really hard to fix your head. We can fix your arms and your legs with casts and everything, but when you hurt your brain or you damage it in any way, sometimes it's permanent. If you're wearing that helmet or something, it's going to protect you.
That is the message Brendan Lyons preaches. He also hopes Arizona will do its best to protect cyclists through future legislation. Sunday, Diana Taurasi made headlines by becoming the WNBA's all-time leading scorer. But last month, her wedding photos were featured in People magazine following her marriage to former Mercury teammate Penny Taylor. With their relationship out in public for the first time, it opens up a sense of comfort and equality for not only the fans, but for others in the league. Friday's Pride Night during the Mercury's game against the Chicago Sky held special meaning for guard Danielle Robinson and forward Emma Cannon. Both are lesbians.
We've had a lot of hurdles of, us being who we are and finally being accepted, and, for us to have a month and us to be in Arizona and have our night, I think it's a plus.
It's just nice to be able to be comfortable in who you are. And like I said, just be able to celebrate and have fun and be exactly who I know I am.
Mercury Vice President of Business Operations, Vince Kozar, says the WNBA prides itself in its advocacy for the LGBTQ community.
We were the first league to adopt Pride as a platform. We have more out athletes than any of the other leagues you mentioned. So it's an opportunity for us to lead, like I said, not just for our players, not just for our fans, but for anyone watching that says, it's 2017 and we want to be more inclusive, not less.
Several local LGBTQ organizations were on hand for Friday's 4th annual Pride Night, and 10,000 signs filled the arena to represent a rainbow, a symbol of pride for the LGBTQ community.
I think it means a lot, not to only us as adults, but our youth as well. Like, this is a big statement. It really gives them, hope. Us hope, everybody hope, it's okay.
A lot of people out there that play sports and they're ashamed of who they are, but when WNBA recognizes it and shows that it's okay to be you, and it makes it a lot easier for girls that are growing up and they see their favorite player who may be just that type of person, and they think that it's acceptable and it's okay for them to live that way. So it opened a lot of doors.
Prior to Pride Night, several Mercury players signed one community's unity pledge, representing unity, diversity, and inclusion in the city of Phoenix. And at halftime, Miller Coors was the first national brewery to sign the pledge as well. In Phoenix, Sara Hattis, Cronkite News. Diana Taurasi's basketball journey has taken her from Chino, California to Storrs, Connecticut to Phoenix. And now she says she has found a home in the desert.
It's a big deal being from Phoenix and representing the city and getting their support.
While she's won WNBA championships, gold medals, and MVP honors, Taurasi's legacy in the Valley goes beyond the basketball court.
Her game touches everybody in the city. There's nobody in the city, I don't think, that doesn't know who Diana Taurasi is. Even if they're not a basketball fan, they know of Diana Taurasi.
She's a great personality. Phoenix people see what she's like off the court. She's one of the nicest people out there. She'll take the shirt off her back to give it to someone in need.
Assistant coach Todd Troxel, who has coached Taurasi both in the States and on her team in Russia, has seen firsthand her impacts both overseas and in the U.S.
She's never big time, ever, so she never big times people. She always makes them feel like important, and then for them, you see someone who's the best acting that way, I think it shows a lot.
Taurasi broke the WNBA's career scoring mark last month, an accomplishment that was celebrated with a special Taurasi night at a recent Mercury game. In honor of the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, the Mercury brought out these furry friends to honor the GOAT, otherwise known as the greatest of all time.
She is the greatest professional sports athlete that we've ever had here in the city of Phoenix. That's Diana Taurasi.
Taurasi is currently under contract with the Mercury through 2020. In Phoenix, Sara Hattis, Cronkite News.